Lad to pattern all nations follow when they reject God's law. Every civilization begins with law anchored to something higher than itself. Justice matters, wrong matters. Truth is not decided by votes. Early nations understand this instinctively. Law restrains power instead of serving it. But as nations grow stronger, they follow the same path. Law stops reflecting morality and starts reflecting desire. What restrains evil is labeled oppressive. What protects order is called outdated. Law becomes flexible, not in favor of justice, but in favor of power. This is the turning point. Once law is separated from moral authority, it becomes a tool instead of a standard. No longer restrains corruption, it legalizes it. History confirms this without exception. Empires do not fall from lawlessness. They fall from corrupted law. Rome had laws. Babylon had laws. Every fallen empire had laws, but none had a moral anchor strong enough to survive cultural decay. So the question becomes unavoidable. Where does law get its authority? If law comes from humans, it dies with them. If morality is social agreement, it collapses when society changes. Scripture gives the anomaly. The Bible presents law not as invention, but as revelation. Law is not arbitrary rules, it is an expression of God's character. And Jesus does something no prophet ever did. He does not quote the law as an outsider, does not revise it as a reformer. He fulfills it as its source. He speaks with authority greater than Moses. He declares that heaven and earth will pass away before the law fails. He defines righteousness internally, not externally. Only the lawgiver can fulfill the law. Nations fall when they reject God's law. Christ stands because he is the source of the law.